Hey everyone, and welcome to the YouTube Automation Guide of 2025. In this video, it is my goal to give you the proper, best possible explanation of one, how you can get started with YouTube automation, what YouTube automation exactly is, how you can find profitable niches, give you inspiration, and a whole lot more. So let's go ahead and dive right into my screen so I can show you on how to work on YouTube automation in 2025. So who am I exactly? My name is Wanner Arts and I've been doing YouTube and YouTube automation now for over 19 years. Yes, really, and in July it will actually become 20 years. Absolutely mind-blowing. So, to give you a little rundown, I started in 2006, 2007 making simple RuneScape videos. I was stacking books on top of each other and putting a camcorder on top and just screen recording. Because screen recording at the time, like I'm doing right now, didn't exist, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I used the money that I make in RuneScape to sell to my classmates to make a couple dollars or a couple euros to buy some gum. In 2013, I started uploading Minecraft videos, and that was about Minecraft Hunger Games, and started getting about 5,000 to 15,000 views per video. And that was sort of my first success that I saw on YouTube in the Dutch scene. Then in 2014, monetization became possible already a little bit earlier, and I started earning between 300 to 800 euros for my first proper year on YouTube on average, which of course is not bad money for someone who is barely 15 years old. Then eventually, when I was 16, Pokemon Go exploded, and it exploded so much that people actually showed up to my house to ask for pictures. Well, my parents didn't like that much, so I started creating faceless content, and that's how Game Cinema or Game Cinema Minecraft Songs and Animations came alive. This was a new channel, and the revenue really grew very quickly because once again, I found a secret method to absolutely explode on YouTube, and this was called the unlisted method. So pretty much what I did is I actually bought viewers while my video was unlisted, and when I made it public, YouTube thought that I got 2,000 views in 1 second and immediately ranked me #1 for everything that I had in my title, description, and tags, without any question. So I could literally rank on Minecraft #1, which was guaranteed to give me viewers. I'll make sure to put up a screenshot as well as actual proof, so you can see literally in 2015, I literally blew up a channel within 4 days. Absolutely mind-blowing. Eventually, that actually got so big that I made over $26,000 in a single month, being a 16-year-old. Absolutely mind-blowing. I still remember it. I actually wanted to buy an Audi TT, which was really funny because a couple years later, I actually bought an R8. When I was 18, all my channels actually got deleted. I went through a very harsh breakup, and that actually allowed me to really delve into YouTube. Pretty much not talk to anyone outside and just purely focus on my mission. And I was focused on getting permissions and licenses because I started a channel called Oddly Satisfying Videos, which ended up generating me a little bit over $1.2 million. Again, here's a proof of 600,000 in 1 single year. I also think it will show up in the next slide if I remember correctly. Bought my dream car, an Audi R8, eventually sold that when I left for the Emirates, and I earned over more than $5 million from my cash cow channels. And in 2021, I launched the Wanna Cash Cow Consulting, where we help other people break away from the 9 to 5 and get financial freedom through uploading videos on YouTube and by this creating digital assets. So some of my results, to also give some extra proof, here I actually got a channel from $0 to $1,000 a day within 18 days. I have a dedicated video just showing this as like a sort of case study / proof. Very interesting video. Here you have the proof that I said over 600,000 in a single year. This is already a couple years ago, but still an amazing result to consistently make over 50,000 a month is something which remains an impressive result. And here recently, I'm still getting amazing results. I'm still doing 800 to 1,000 a day with just one of my channels. And I'm still doing about 130, 150,000 a month. And I'm just creating these videos because I have multiple businesses. So, what will you exactly learn in this video? What YouTube automation is, the different kinds of channels you have on YouTube, how to make money with YouTube automation, the key to success and why most people fail, also some case studies, key metrics, how to find an actual profitable niche, what makes a good video, the 80-20 rule, which still almost everyone makes mistakes in, creating a team, AI video creation, thumbnail psychology, and good titles. This will give you a very good basic understanding of YouTube automation as a whole. What is YouTube automation? Running a YouTube channel without making videos yourself, you earn money through advertisement. The advertisement money gets shared with YouTube and with you, the creator. You will be receiving 55% of this revenue. Outsourcing tasks. What? Script, voiceover, editing, and thumbnails. Benefit of revenue model. The good thing about YouTube automation as a business model compared to other business models, such as an example, e-commerce or Amazon FBA, is that in these business models, the profit margin is actually really low, which means that even if someone is flexing on their Instagram that they're making 100,000, 150,000 a month, the real money they put in their pocket might just be 10 or 20% of that, which means they're still doing good money. They might just be making 10 or 20,000 a month, probably not more. But if you see a screenshot of someone on YouTube as a business channel making 50,000 a month, you can probably suggest that they're doing at least 80% of profit in that case. Most likely when you're doing these kind of numbers, you're more looking towards 90-95% profit margins. That's why YouTube is my favorite online business model, and that's also the reason I don't do any of these other ones. Because it's very lean and very beginner friendly. That's also the reason I'm making this video. And the other benefits of YouTube automation, of course, is that you're completely anonymous. You can do this completely faceless without anyone knowing who you are and how much money you're making, which is ideal. It also has location independent, like I'm now filming this in Dubai and I'm able to run my business from here. And actually in about 5 hours, I'm flying to Bali again, where I can still do my work. So as long as I have a laptop and a connection, I can do it from anywhere in the world. I would love to make the advertisement. You can literally do it from a phone, but honestly, that's not true. And once again, I like truth and honesty in these videos. And it's also very scalable, for sure, with the amount of freelancers and people that work online these days and the improvement of English around the world. It also has no technical skills required, because the great thing is you have the leverage, most likely you're watching this from a first world country, where your money is worth more dollars, which means you can get other people to work for a lot cheaper, and in that case create, of course, a benefit for yourself that you can utilize the purchasing power of your money if you're using dollars, euros, or pounds, or any other strong currency compared to people from Pakistan, India, or the Philippines. So that's definitely one thing. And then passive income through evergreen content. So because you're going to create evergreen content, it will be making you money for a very long time. And we have a perfect example for that. Because YouTube is like digital real estate. Because a channel is nothing else than a building or a house or a villa. Advertisement is the same as rental income. Every day that I'm getting this money, I am receiving rental income on the videos that I've previously uploaded. Evergreen content means stable real estate value, which means that it's consistently every single day making me money. This is a screenshot from September 26, 2024, but I'll throw up one again from right now, and I'll actually throw up from 2 channels just for you to see. So you can see income can get very, very stable, which means you have very valuable real estate. More channels means more passive income and pretty much means more properties. You can see it this way. You have one channel, you can see it as a house. But if you have one channel with multiple languages and you create a multi-language brand, as an example, you would create the same sort of content but in 5 different languages, as I have done with a social experiment of mine, then you're creating a hotel, which of course collects money from all these houses and it becomes worth more. This is how you play real-life Monopoly. My real estate in Bali, the villa you see here is actually my personal villa in Bali, but I also rent this out when I'm not living there, which means that I'm earning passive income through my properties. So I'm earning money online, but I'm also earning money physically by having real estate properties. So rent out the villas for a stable income, first invest and then earn, because I'm investing first in videos before I get rental income back. The location is nothing else than the niche. The YouTube niche is sort of the category in which you will be going ahead and uploading videos to YouTube. So you should see this as like, hey, I want to get some prime location. I want to buy something. Maybe I want to buy something in Pereira, or I want to buy something in Canggu, or I want to maybe buy something in Barcelona, or who knows, New York. I want to buy prime real estate. I want to get evergreen videos that consistently make me money. Really much sounds like Wolf of Wall Street. YouTube and real estate are assets that work for you. So what are the actual different kinds of channels? Channel type, advantages, disadvantages, and the monthly cost. First, we have your classic YouTube cash cow channels. I'll be throwing up an example right now. The great thing about these videos is there are simple videos, easy to outsource, and very scalable. The disadvantages are more competitive, longer learning curve, and the cost is about $1,000 a month. This is going on average of about $85 per video and uploading 3 videos a week, which we see as the bare minimum. Yes, there are niches you can go in for $30, $40, $50 per video. This is definitely possible. So if budgeting is a problem, then of course you can always find a solution. Or of course, we can look to the second type of channel, and this is an AI channel. It is easy to make yourself, so you can get your costs really low. And if you make it yourself, you can get this below $100 per month. But of course, instead of you investing money, you will be investing time. Then it's cheap. It produces videos very quickly and higher RPMs because you can make ridiculously long stories. As an example, I'll throw up one right now. As you can see, this video is about 2.5 hours long and is dedicated towards people that actually want to fall asleep. Which means sure that I'm actually in these kind of niches, that you have an RPM between $20 to $30 per 1,000 views. So you can see this actually works very well. It is a low barrier to entry, which means even more competition. Of course, this is not necessarily a good thing, but we want honesty and transparency. Is it still possible for you to succeed? And the answer is absolutely yes. We see people succeed almost every single day in our community. And that's, of course, is amazing. If you want to join our free community, our free school community, you can of course check out the links in the description. I'll leave multiple resources there for you to try out. Then you can of course join that. It's completely free and it actually goes more in depth on how to build these channels. So there's about 20 to 30 videos in there that are completely free for you to watch, where you actually learn more on actually how to build that foundation and start these kind of channels. Once again, I'm really trying to explain how it works here and not exactly go into details on how to do a job listing as an example. However, all of that is covered in the description down below in our free school community. Let's keep moving forward. The thing with classical YouTube automation channels, what I also want to add is, yes, there is some more competition there, but once again, it has a lot less competition than AI channels, just because AI channels can be made on such a massive scale. We can currently produce about 500 videos of these per day. I'm not joking, per day. However, classical YouTube automation channels are a lot less risky in that case because, and they're also more evergreen, there is less competition because not everyone has $1,000 a month to spend. However, if people are doing this themselves, they can get this down to $100 per month, which means sure that, hey, they can get it for so cheap now that it actually becomes a very interesting investment. Then we get branded channels. Branded channels are very sustainable, very long term, easier for brand deals, easier to sell, and a lot less competition. Why? Not everyone has $3,000 a month to spend. And even if you spend this money, you are not guaranteed to actually make all of this money back in the beginning. You might be going multiple months or multiple videos without seeing any sort of profit. As an example, I know some people that do branded channels. They spend around $1,500 per video. But even if they've posted 6 videos and nothing has turned out the way they wanted to, now they've spent over $9,000 without any success. So if you want my genuine advice, I would currently start with either classical cash cow channels if you have more money available. Why? There's less competition here and it's more evergreen. However, if you are a little bit on a tight budget and really want to shoot for the moon, as an example, one of our students, Myron, actually went from 0 to 20,000 a month within 6 weeks. See a screenshot right here with AI channels. So if you want to shoot for the moon, that's also definitely possible, and more in-depth videos are about that in our school community. Branded channels, really for the people that want to more do like heavily investments. Why it's really good? Because once you start getting brand deals, you can get brand deals for, let's say, about $1,500 per video. Pretty easy. Once you're doing like, let's say about 50,000 views per video on a branded channel, which is very reasonable, you should already be playing even based on your brand deals alone, which means the moment that happens, you're no longer taking financial risk with your channels. Why? Very simple. The brand deals are paying for your video production before your video actually even goes live. The moment it goes live, you get the check and the video has been paid for, which makes sure you can always keep uploading new videos as long as your videos keep performing well. Then, how to actually make money with YouTube automation. So the different kinds of sources of income. The biggest one is AdSense. That's the advertisement. All of the rest, you should probably not even look at when you're starting out. However, I want to tell you exactly how this works and how you can make money with YouTube automation. So these things are very important. So brand deals, mainly for branded channels. That's it. I'm not going to go any further in depth on that. Affiliate marketing is very interesting for channels such as tech and gadgets, where you can make about an extra 20 to 40% based on your AdSense revenue, which means, as an example, we had a student in the past that was doing $10,000 a month with his gadget channel, and he was getting about $2,300, $2,500 a month in extra affiliate sales just through Amazon. That's not even talking like high ticket sales or working with party directly. Also, you can get a lot of brand deals there. So tech channels are still very interesting. Merchandise or digital projects, coaching programs, etc. This is more talking about myself. I'm completely honest and transparent in that. Yes, I do have coaching, and yes, I do have a course that is for sale. Why I'm so upfront about it, that's also one of the ways that I can actually afford making these videos, of course also through my YouTube business, but still, from the coaching business, I can afford that because I'm selling a program on the back end, which makes sure that even this video doesn't get a lot of views, it can still make a lot of money. We've spoken to a lot of people that are actually making more money from their products than they are from their YouTube channels. And this is very normal for large-scale creators that you see on the platform. As an example, Logan Paul. You really think he's making a majority of his money right now from YouTube? Because that's not true. YouTube is just fueling his fame, and his money is being made by the WWE or by doing boxing fights, etc. That's where he's making his money from. Where's Jake making his money from? Jake is making his money from his own betting company and from his own fights. That's where Jake is making his money from. So most people that are ridiculously famous are making more money outside of YouTube than inside of YouTube. And of course, this goes for any of the big products. Same as Mr. Beast. Feastables is responsible for more than half of his income. More than his YouTube, more than the rest. Why? This is something called branded. Of course, these people are now brands. They're not just people anymore. They're huge companies behind them. So that's the big difference, and that's why this is interesting. And the same goes for me. I might only have, 7,000, 8,000 subscribers on this channel. It's not a lot. But because I sell products on the back end, this is still an interesting business venture, and this channel is still actually profitable, even if this video would only get 1,000 views. And that's the great thing with selling products on the back end. Then you also have the possibility of exiting your channel. If you have an AI channel, you should be looking about a 6-month ROI. If you have a YouTube automation channel, you should be looking between 10 to 15 months of your average earnings over the last 90 days as your point of sale. And if you have branded channels, this can go way higher. This could be either 3 years. Maybe some people pay even more for that, but that's the average that we see in the industry. Then, selling your channel and exit. So here's a great example. Bernd actually sold multiple channels because he had a multi-language brand, and he actually sold 2 channels for $12,600, as you can see right here. And we even have one of our students, Job, make a channel sale for over 167,000 euros. So it really shows you that you can get massive, massive, massive exits. So yeah, it is a strategy to sometimes even build channels for 5 or 6 months and immediately sell them off for 10 or 15 months of your monthly revenue, where it becomes very passively. The key to success with YouTube automation: consistency, volume, optimize, patience, and then very important, you only need one video. Analyzing your competition, watch each video carefully, and why YouTube automation is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Consistency. Most people want to try something and they try it for 3 days. They try it for 15 videos. But maybe you should try it for 30 videos or maybe even 50 videos. I'll put up a great example right now. I'll put up 2 screenshots. You can see that my channel was absolutely not getting any views. Like, I'm talking 0 views. And after a month, out of nowhere, we've uploaded almost 50 videos, 60,000 views in a day. So that's how fast it can change. And now the channel is doing over $3,000 a month. That shows you that patience is key, and consistency as well. Volume. The more videos you upload, the better your videos will be, the more you learn about YouTube. That only happens, of course, if you're watching each video carefully. Then optimize consistently. You want to make your videos better. Is it better software? Can you write faster scripts? Can you save costs? You want your business to be as lean as possible and making you as much money as possible. That's your goal. Then you want to consistently analyze your competition. Are there different trends playing? Can you take one thumbnail or one concept and put it in another niche? You want to look for the next big thing. And of course, really use your own thoughts and mindset in that as well. Why YouTube automation is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We really are trying to build a business. We're not focused on trying and helping people randomly hit a viral video. No, everything that we do has been structured for people to succeed. The only thing you need to do is follow the blueprint. What do? You learn how to find actual profitable niches. That's number 1. Number 2, you will find people for the right price with the right experience to make videos for you. You then will be consistent and play into trends, and of course also play into evergreen videos to build up momentum. As an example, now I can say so because it's been a couple weeks ago, a huge trend where one of our clients went from literally earning 50 bucks a day to over 400 bucks a day was because we were playing into the trend of the Pope. And that allowed this person to literally 8 times the daily income. That shows you that you have to structure things the right way. Only when you have the right team, you're able to play into these trends. And now out of nowhere, in a couple of days, she makes her monthly income. There we go. Very simple. So, why is YouTube automation a business model? We really are building that foundation. The better the foundation, the easier the scalability. That's how people can go from 0 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 30,000, and from 30,000 to 100,000. And we've seen it all. Case study Koen. Koen is 27 years old and started YouTube automation over 2 years ago, where the first year he barely saw any success. Only on his 11th month, he started making 3,000 in a month. However, then it happened. One video blew up and he made over $25,000 the next month. He quit his job, started traveling with his girlfriend, and now they're living a very good life in Bali, and I'll actually see him in 2 days, which is amazing. I also have a podcast with Koen up on the channel that you can watch right now, but preferably do so after this video, but you'll be able to hear his story and also the things that are making sure that students, but also you, if you want to try this yourself, are getting success and the things that you need to know. Then, Koen also scaled to multiple profitable channels and is consistently traveling with his girlfriend, already said that. And the great thing as well is that Koen is actually now one of our success coaches who's getting absolutely amazing results and also amazing results for students. Case study Milou and Brian, and I especially wanted to take this example because it shows you that YouTube automation is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Yes, we do have students that absolutely blow up in a very short amount of time, but this is the best possible example I can give of slow but scalable by having correct foundations. So Milou and Brian started a YouTube automation channel a year ago, but after a bad experience where they spent a lot of money but learned very little, they decided to go ahead and work with me. They first worked with someone else who didn't actually have experience in this business model and eventually even stopped coaching in this business model because she got exposed on TikTok and other socials. And then they launched multiple channels and also in different languages, 2 of which are now profitable. And currently they're earning over $6,000 per month and are looking to scale towards $30,000 per month. And the funny thing is in October, I actually held an event in real life where I showed them the things that they had to change and that they had to play into the Christmas trends, of course, for November and December. And they did that. And you can see they went from earning $3,000 a month to over $6,000 a month with one call with me one-on-one. Their goal is now to make a full-time living from YouTube and travel the world around, which both of them are actually now doing so. Okay, so right now we'll actually get something very important. These will be the metrics that you need to know in order to understand YouTube on a deeper level. They're still the basic terms, however, they're very important. So this is the perfect moment to go ahead and grab a notebook and start writing stuff down. Because first we'll discuss the CTR. CTR stands for click-through rate. How many people do actually click on the image or your title or your video and proceed to watch your video for at least 3 seconds? So how do we calculate this? Let's say you got 1,000 impressions. So 1,000 people have seen your video either on the home page or either when they're browsing or either when they're doing on the site, they're being suggested. So how many people actually click? Well, let's say this is 100 people. Then the click-through rate would be 10% because 100 out of 1,000 is 10%. That's number 1. Then we go into number 2, and this would be the AVD, also known as average view duration. How much time does someone actually spend watching your video on average? Let's say you have 1,000 viewers, and then those 1,000 viewers would decide what is the average time they have spent watching your video. Then you get into AVP, which is average viewed percentage, which is also very interesting because you have different lines of graphs that show you for how long someone has been watching and where they might actually drop off. So you can actually see where you have to improve your videos to get better results. That might be the hook, that might be something else, but you will be able to see and detect where you're making mistakes. Maybe you're cursing, maybe people don't like that, and maybe they're skipping to the next video. Who knows? Then you get viewer satisfaction. Are people actually excited to see your videos? And are people coming back to see more of your videos? A great example is the channel from Daniel Bitten, which he made, which is a long format content, is not directly measurable, but can be done, for example, through comments, views to likes, and also views to sub ratio. But as you can see, if you have a good, high quality videos, you will see this editing deserves well over 1 million views. Keep doing what you're doing. Genuine, one of the few times I'm actually surprised of how good the quality of the video came from such a small channel. Quality is impeccable, just wow, thanks for your work. Bro woke up and made the best video. Criminally underrated video, great work. Bro's editing is just on fire. So when you're getting all of these compliments, you will see that this video actually performed ridiculously well. And also, shout out to Daniel Bitten, his channel will also be linked down below. But you'll see a great example, 786,000 views in 11 months. He only uploaded 4 videos, he should probably upload a little bit more. And as you can see, most of his videos are super successful. Really like the thumbnail style on these two, don't like it this much on this one. And this one, of course, has a little bit of a different topic than, of course, exposing famous people and famous coaches. Then a quiz question. Just go ahead and think for a second. Which of the videos will YouTube actually go ahead and recommend? Will it be video A, where the video is 10 minutes long, but people are watching 50% of that video, so they're watching for 5 minutes? Or will there be video B, where the video is actually an hour long, but people only spend 30% watching the video? What do you think is the correct answer? And also, please go ahead and comment it down below, and then we'll see if you're actually correct. And don't be sneaky and start editing it. Just seriously, go ahead, comment it down below, and I'll give you the answer. Okay, so in this case, it will be video B. Why? 30% out of 1 hour, which is 60 minutes, is actually 18 minutes. And the other video is only 5 minutes. So people are watching your video 3 times as long as your competitor. So of course, YouTube will go ahead and start promoting your content. Why? Because in those 18 minutes, they can serve more ads, which makes sure that 1, you get paid more, and 2, YouTube makes more. So that's very important. And that's also the reason that I'm always focused on making long format content, and preferably really long, because the longer it is, the more money I'm going to make. Then I pretty much explained the exact answer here, so you can read this and you'll see how and what and why. Then here you'll see the graph. Here you can see as a very long video of mine, which is 3 hours long, you'll see after 5.5 minutes, still 41% is watching. But at 3 hours, still more than 16% of people are watching these videos. These videos are focused for people to fall asleep to, but I make sure that there's a bunch of ads in there. And that allows me, of course, to make a ridiculous amount of money on the RPM. As a great example, I have one video, which is a 1 hour long video, which actually got 1 million more views, but still made less money than the video that just got a little bit over 1 million views. I'll put both screenshots up right now, so you'll be able to see the difference in both the results. So once again, a longer video will make you more money. Then finding profitable niches, one of the most important parts of your YouTube automation journey. YouTube is nothing else than supply and demand, which is the exact same thing for everything around the world. Remember the pandemic? Back then, masks were in very high demand and there was not supply, so there was a lot of money to be made. Then, if there is a lot of demand, many views, but bad or little supply, that means there's a gap in the market and you can get millions of views. Make better videos and you will get more views. What is a good niche? So on average, we want to find niches that can get at least 1 million views. That started less than 3 months ago. Get consistent views on videos and preferably an RPM of over $10. You might be wondering, how do I know what the actual RPM is? For that, there's a Chrome extension called NextLive, and I'll put the link down below. You can go ahead and download it, and for the pro version, it's about $13 per month, but it's highly valuable as you're very easily able, with their similar channel function, to go ahead and see the competitors of the channel and get a lot more inspiration. It's going to save you hours of your time, so I'd highly recommend it, and I also use it myself, and I'm an endorsement of it as well. So I want to be completely transparent about it. Yes, I do get a cut from it as well, but also with the code GIFT-FROM-ONER, you'll be able to get 15% off. So that's an amazing deal. Then, before we continue, don't forget to go ahead and join my free school community with the link down below. And if you're very serious and you really want to go ahead and take this stuff to the next level and start earning real money where you can hopefully break away from the 9 to 5 and live a life of financial freedom like hundreds of our students have been able to, then with the link in the description, you'll also be able to go ahead and book a call with my lead advisor where we can advise you what will be the best strategy moving forward. Once again, this is only for people to take it very seriously, and yes, this requires an investment. So I'll go ahead and show you a few channel examples so you can get a very good idea of how and what. So this channel is getting about 1.5 million views in total, and it literally started less than 3 months ago. As you can see, with Populars, they literally had a couple of popular videos. So you know what's funny about this channel? Literally the video that performed the best out of all of them is a 1-hour compilation of their videos. And this one got 569,000 views in just 1 month's time. And because it's an hour long, I would not be surprised if the RPM here would be around $15. Which means that this video has earned over $7,500 alone. Here it says the channel on average earns about $3,883, but it has to do because the other videos are shorter. But this video definitely made over $7,500 grand. Then channel number 2 is Film Secrets. And as you can see, they literally had one video get over 1 million views in 3 months. The only problem with this one is that it's not really uploading really long content, besides one video being 27 minutes. That's also the reason we put the RPM only at about $3.50, also because it's the movie niche, which pays a little bit lower. Then we have a channel which we call a little bit of YouTube automation branded. These videos will cost you a little bit more, but will barely have any competition. These videos you can get between $150 to $300. And as you can see, they look very cartoonish. And you can also see like their videos are starting to perform better and better and better the more they upload. Why is this the case? Because people are coming back for newer videos, which suggests YouTube, hey, I have to push this. And very funny, as you can see, is that every single video this channel has uploaded has more views than the amount of subscribers they get. So this is really a niche which is underrated, and you can bring this concept, of course, into a lot of different niches. Then number 4, we have a Veritas Palm, which got 6.5 million views in total with only 21 videos, which means sure that right now they're earning over 14,000 euros per month from this channel alone, with just 2.5 million views. Why is that the case? Well, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 21 minutes, 57 minutes, 1 hour, 39 minutes. So they also post really long content. And once again, if we multiply this one also by the same calculation, even though this is a majority focused one on right-wing people, who are most likely more to be entrepreneurial, and 2, it also makes sure, of course, that it is a 1 hour straight video, which is really long. And the other thing, it will have a very much American focused audience, which means sure that they are getting paid a lot of money. I will say this is a minimum 15. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 20 or higher. Let's say it's $15 RPM. That makes sure that this video has earned over $15,000 alone, which of course is really good. And then this amount, of course, would be higher. Once again, this is an average of the entire channel, based on the entire channel average being about 7, because most of these videos are shorter. Then number 5, we have Boxy Nerd. These are sort of their compilation, but with compilation style content, it is ridiculously important to have proper editing and a really good voiceover. Because if you have both of these, you will most likely not get hit with reused content. Reused content means that you will not be able to monetize your videos, and pretty much you'll be able to earn absolutely nothing. And we don't want that. We want to earn money. So this is what we call a tricky niche, and a niche that we would normally label orange, which is a doubtful niche. You might run into issues, but it can also make you a lot of money. And of course, if you can able to make like 60-minute videos of these consistently at a high quality, you can make absolute bank. So what actually makes a good video? First of all, it has to have a good hook. If there is not a good hook, well, people will go ahead and click away, which makes sure that in the beginning you get this whip, big drop, which means that you're not able to have people stay around to actually watch your entire video, which makes sure that YouTube won't promote your content as hard. Then, of course, the footage has to match with the voiceover. If I'm talking about boxing and I will show a WWE clip, then this is wrongful content. And I will always put this very bluntly. I literally say, like, if you're having a thumbnail where you show one person, but the video is about another person, you're a lying piece of shit. Very straight to your face. I do not care. Why? 1, I just do this for fun. And 2, because you're lying to people. And if you're being lied to, would you trust that person? You know, you wouldn't be happy if I lied to you. So you would probably not watch my videos. You would have probably clicked away. But because I'm not lying to you and I'm backing everything with proof, you're like, hey, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. This guy actually has experience. He's shown me all the proof so far. So why wouldn't I have trust in him? So then it becomes a different why. And of course here, if I would show mismatching footage, I would say, hey, this channel made, I don't know, $5 million, and I show you a channel that made $1.8 million, which is the actual truth, which I can put up on screen, you would think that I'm lying. So that doesn't make sense. And of course, if you add up everything, I can even include more screenshots. I can have the channel from 1.8 million, the one from 1.2 million. Yes, I can fill it up till I have 5 million or even more, but you get the point. Everything I've done so far has been proven by me. Then, of course, you want good storytelling. You want to have a good hook, good tension, and a good payoff. A CTA that directs you to other videos on your channel. And that's pretty much what I'm doing in this video as well. You remember that I was talking about Koen, one of our students that went from 0 to 30,000 a month and then became one of our success coaches that's now helping new people start AI channels and scale them to like 5,000, 10,000, even beyond that. I've shown a couple of results before. That's pretty much a good CTA to another video because I've made a podcast with him that I'd highly recommend you to go ahead and check out after this video. So now I'm directing you to another video to watch. And that will do two things. One, it will build trust. And two, I keep you on the platform for longer, which makes sure that one, I'm getting paid more money. Perfect. Then the 80-20 rule. And this is actually one of my own channels. It's not the best channel. It does about 3,000 a month right now. And 80% of your views will come from 20% of your videos. And analyze which video performs the best and create more content in that style. And as you can see, literally the two top videos is literally a repetition of itself. Here you have one video which got 143,000 views in 8 months. And here you got 180,000 views in 1 month. And then here, again, the full story of. So I'm consistently doing very long format stories now. I managed to revive this channel from $10 a day back to over $100 a day and eventually even $200 a day. I'll put up the proof once again so you can see that I'm also logged into this channel and you can see how it's performing right now. But how do you actually make such videos? Because of course right now we understand how to build a niche. We understand what makes niches profitable. We understand the requirement that niches have. And once again, for clarity, and of course if you've taken your notebook, go ahead and write this down. You want to find a niche that has over 1 million views per month, that preferably didn't start longer than 3 months ago. And if you really can't find anything, not longer than 6 months ago. You want to make sure they have more views on average than the channel has subscribers, for sure when they're brand new channels. And of course, not every video has to do that, but at least, let's say 70, 80% at the bare minimum. Why? That means that it's not a viral trend, but it builds on momentum and it becomes more evergreen because we want money for the long term. So that's very important. So how do you make these videos? That's the next part. So first of all, the role. The script writer is actually the person that writes the script for the video and will do research to the topic. Let's say you have a video about top 10 reasons why World War III might happen. So the script writer will actually go ahead and research that and then build a script based on his research, which is engaging for the viewer. Then you have a voiceover artist. Someone who speaks in the voice, like I'm doing right now with the microphone, because I'm speaking into it, I'm recording a voice. This is separately recorded and then edited after by the video editor. The video editor in this case will go ahead and make sure that the voice is matching to what I'm saying, but also making sure, of course, that all the screenshots and all the proof that I wanted to show is up on screen. That is the task of the editor. And of course, we can make flashy animations and like extra cool stuff, but it's not needed. We can do Elongatzi edit videos about how amazing YouTube automation is. That's also part of a video editor, but of course, it depends on the kind of content you're going for. Here, I'm going for a very relaxed style of content, but a little bit fast-paced because I just talk fast, for sure when I'm excited about stuff. And then last, we have the thumbnail artist who will actually design a good thumbnail where people will click on. But nowadays, most of this stuff can also be done with AI, as I've shown earlier in the video. You will see AI can actually create almost entire videos for you. As an example, the Islamic Insight channel, I'm able to produce videos for under $5 a piece. And I'm even building software where there will be zero human involvement in making these videos. For the voiceover, we actually use 11 Labs. And if you want to use 11 Labs, you can use the link down below and you'll actually be able to support the channel. So if you do so, thank you very much and I appreciate you. Then for the script, you can use ChatGPT, which if you're able to design good prompts, I can probably make a separate video about it in the future. then that's one. And also this subscriber, I don't know why it says subscribe, but subscriber is another application which is quite a bit more expensive. I don't personally use it because I can prompt very well with ChatGPT and get really good text from it. This is a more easier version for you and also a little bit more high quality. So if you're doing like sort of history channels, that might be a good option for you to use. Then for AI videos, we have Runway, Hyper, Sora, and Kling. For Sora, you need the Pro package from ChatGPT, which is about $200. Otherwise, you won't be able to create an account anytime soon. And I don't have an affiliate link for that, so I'm still going to put the link down below for you to use it. Once again, all of these tools will be down below, so you can go ahead and sign up on them based on what you need. Then AI avatars, you can use HeyGen. This is great for sort of like fake reaction channels. They work really well with shorts, actually. You can make a fuck ton of money with that. So that's another strategy you can do. Also, B-roll content and stock footage. You can Pexels, Pixabay, and Unsplash. And also, now I'm thinking which one I'm using. I literally forgot it. There's more. I'll put them down in the description down below, the one that I'm using as well. Then for thumbnails, you can use Canva or Pixels, or these days you can also use, once again, Sora, which can actually make images with the $20 a month package. So that's also important to know. And with Sora, you can actually generate really good thumbnails. Pixels is more focused on YouTube itself. Also, that's a link. I do have an affiliate link of that will be left down in the description down below. And once again, you're supporting the channel with that, so I can share more free content with you guys. And then for video editing, you can use CapCut. Would recommend the paid version, which is about $12 per month. So if you want the cheapest AI setup, you would use ChatGPT, $20 a month. Then you would use 11 Labs. If you're doing just, let's say, 1 hour videos every day, you would need the $99 package. And then for Canva, for thumbnails, you would pay another $12. And that pretty much, and also the images is part of the ChatGPT part. So you're paying 20 plus 99 plus 12. So you're paying for $131 a month. And that's pretty much your baseline if you want to do AI YouTube automation, which of course can also make you a lot of money. So that's the cheapest way of doing it, and it still actually works. Then the thumbnail psychology. So the thing is that a lot of people, when I talk to them or when they have a little bit of experience with YouTube automation, they think they understand what people make actually click. But 9 out of 10 times they actually don't understand it. They think they do because they got in a couple viral videos. I actually had a call about that today. What you want to do with psychology is really make sure you point out the obvious and make things more pop. If you do those two things, you'll be able to really grasp people's attention. And of course, the title has to confirm the thumbnail, and the thumbnail has to confirm the title. And if you're lying in either of those two, you will probably not go viral unless you're doing misleading content, which is possible, but you have the risk of getting your channel removed if you do that too bluntly. There are channels talking about, let's say, the death of someone who hasn't actually died. So it looks like it's breaking news, but it's completely fake. And of course, these are very high-risk channels. Yes, they can make a lot of money. Yes, we have students making a lot of money with them, but of course, it is a very high risk. Then, emotions. You want to make sure the emotions are very strong. Look at how Mr. Beast grabs your attention. Understand at a glance what the video is about. I look at it and I understand what the video is about. Before I've even clicked on it, I know what the video is going to teach me. That's the most important part. That's why we have YouTube Automation Guide 2025. We want it very clearly to have people that want to have a full guide with full explanation of how everything works. Those are the views we want to attract. Once again, my goal is not here to blow absolutely off and have an AI avatar here talk for hours with a perfectly generated script to keep you watching for hours. No, I'm looking for very specific people that actually want to start a YouTube automation business. I do not care if this video gets 1,000 views. The more, the better, but that's all I care about. Also, we want very little text unless you do like sort of Reddit type of content for AI. And then you want to use authorities. I can use someone else on the thumbnail. Like I could clickbait the fuck out of you guys. What I could have done is I could have generated a fake image with ChatGPT or with Sora in this case, where me and Mr. Beast are on a selfie where I'm like, this is how you succeed by posting faceless videos. You know, if I would have done that, I would have probably gotten 50 times the amount of views. But why I'm not doing it? Because that would mean that I'm lying. You wouldn't actually trust me. You would click, but it would ruin my watch time. So that's very important as well. So yes, use authorities, use famous people, but they actually have to be part of it. And the thumbnail should pretty much tell a mini story, which our goal is an image also speaks for 1,000 words. So that's very important. More thumbnail formats. Let's actually go over them and explain why they are so good. So here we have one about perspective. Such a big watermelon and someone next to it, of course, looks really fake, but there are actually huge machines, 20 biggest fruits and vegetables ever recorded. So yes, this actually points out to something which might be absolutely insane. Hence the reason it got 1.2 million views. Organized clutter. This looks very beautiful, yet satisfying and at the same time surprising, which ended up getting 35 million views. Real life trick shots, dude perfect. This is probably something we've all tried. You know, I literally have a bottle here. I could drink it and try and do a bottle flip. And you know what? Because I like making these videos, I'm actually gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that in there. So no bottle trick in this case, or I'll do a fake one. Maybe they can edit this in, I don't fucking know. And then we want to have colors. We want to have content pop. And MrBeast is the absolute GOAT when it comes to that. Why? You very clearly see contrast colors. In this case, we call this a double contrast. With, of course, yellow, the contrast color, if you move it over the circle, is, of course, purple. And the same goes with red and green. So this, of course, is very clear. And based on the structure of the stones, we all know this is the Castle of Wonka. And then, of course, you have a 2 panel, which is level 1 versus level 10. And, of course, you always have those stupid ass like level 1 boss versus level 100 boss. And then you have the 3 panel, which is Noob Pro Hacker, which is very popular in games such as Minecraft, but also Roblox and a lot of other stuff. Even in League of Legends, this actually happens when you have like, 5 gold players against 1 challenger player. So it also happens in a different sort of panel format. Then text to amplify. Big house, MrBeast, small house, MrBeast. Celebrity house tier list. Impossible moments in soccer. Very well highlighted with even a brighter green that there's a 1% chance of him actually scoring this goal. Then also face first. This is of course very important for reaction videos, but it's also very important when you do videos about, let's say, streamers. A very good niche actually. Face and object. So here you're talking about the MacBook. I can also do this and have a sort of tech thumbnail. Object first, which of course means the object that I want to highlight to make sure that what I'm talking about, this is very good for tech channels. And then you have 2 faces, which of course is great for podcast channels, where the contrast and the vibrant colors are very clear. Then we want to have catchy titles. Use superlatives, like best, worst, biggest, fastest. The best way to do YouTube automation in 2025. The only way to do YouTube automation in 2025. My biggest YouTube automation success, broken down. Curiosity. Nobody told you this. Nobody tells you about these 5 niches you should absolutely not go into. Or these are the 5 worst niches in YouTube automation. Fear or urgency. Like you have to change this now or lose YouTube money forever. Very harsh, but it could be something to do with the new mid-roll ads. It would be a very good title. Maybe I actually change one of my videos into that. Make it personal, address your viewers directly. Why you still haven't succeeded with YouTube automation. Could be a good title for this video as well. I want to more focus on the guide's perspective. But like why you need to watch this YouTube automation guide now to succeed in 2025 would be another good one. Provide contrast or something unexpected. Why smart people make dumb decisions. I could make a same sort of statement with the results of students. Why, okay, this may be a little bit mean, but I could say like, why people dumber than you are making more money because they don't overthink. There could be another one. Catchy titles. You also want to use emotions. Secret, banned, dangerous, lovable, hidden. The banned YouTube strategy, YouTube growth strategy you should know about. As an example, when I talk about my old methods, 5 banned YouTube automation growth methods that no longer work. Maybe not at that last part, but it would be like a title you could use. Keep it short and sweet. This one mistake is killing your YouTube channel. This one setting ruins your YouTube channel. Use brackets or dashes for added clarity. How to make money on YouTube even with 0 subscribers. By using affiliate deals or brand deals. Or old tricks such as using Content ID, which is not really allowed. Promise a clear result. What will the viewer get from this? This could also be a great title that I could use for this guide. How to make $5,000 a month by uploading faceless videos on YouTube in 2025. And then in brackets, I could do full guide, which would be another great title. Then superlative, title about the best, the worst, the biggest, the world's worst advice about losing weight, the best travel destinations, the world's most unusual food, the world's best smartphone, 10 reasons 10 reasons a 9 to 5 is the worst choice ever. That's why you should do YouTube automation and like book a call down below. Secret, titles that reveal the unknown, the hidden truth about Elon Musk, the 10 secrets fitness experts don't tell you about, the secret of successful teenagers, the secret of why I've made so much money. Those are the kind of titles you want to do. Once again, you can actually write these down, highlight them, make notes. The better notes you make, the better results you will get. Then, of course, this is Dutch. And then I want to say pretty much join my free community. And then we pretty much got towards the end. Very simple. I've linked down below the school community. You can very simply join this by clicking the link down below. It will be the first link in the description. If you're very serious and you want to make an investment towards your future and start building YouTube automation channels or AI channels to start earning real money from YouTube with perfect guidance, every single one of our coaches is certified and is actually making over $100,000 a year from YouTube automation. And most of our coaches actually earn over $300,000 per year from YouTube. So if you're interested in that, also go ahead, schedule a call down below. Thank you so much for watching. Join the community down below. There will be a lot of extra free resources. And of course, also my email list where I share a lot of valuable insights. So please go ahead and join that one as well. Just try and get as many resources as possible because the more you learn and the more time you put in, you will actually get results. Another very important thing that I want to say is the following. First of all, if your first niche does not work, do not give up. It's all a matter of time. When you understand these strategies, the only thing you're waiting on is for something to hit. But with the right strategies, you will know something will actually hit. So that's very important. So before you're clicking away of this video, please give this a chance. It is a genuine business model. As I've shown you, this is not a get rich quick. We want to build a real business with high profit margins where we can enjoy a life of freedom. Freedom of time, location, and of course money. Where we don't have to worry about the things, that the groceries that we buy, the inflation that's happening. No, we want to work towards a bigger picture. That's why I want to help people that are doing from 0 to 10,000. I have every piece of content like on my channel where I talk to more advanced people, also complete beginners, also people that got results. So how you can go from 0 to 10,000 a month, which will be your base step. You then no longer need your job. You can start pursuing YouTube full time. Then when you're doing 10,000 a month and now you have 8 hours a day to spend on YouTube, you can very easily scale to 10 to 30,000 a month. But after 30,000, you really need systems. You really need guys. You need an extra pair of eyes to look on your content. Then coaching is 100% necessity if you want to go towards the next level. And also the reason that I'm so big on coaching, because I recently also invested in a body transformation myself. I'll put up 2 pictures as well. You see my result literally in 45 days. Why? I hired one of the best coaches in the world to go ahead and train me. And within 45 days, I went from being fat to getting a 6-pack. After that, I wanted to make the best possible coaching. And that's also the reason I'm making these videos, because I really want to grow this business as well. Why? I invested over $40,000 of my own money to make sure that we have the best possible coaching. So I understand that making an investment might be scary, but you're doing it for your future. And as long as you're not giving up, you will succeed one day. So please remember that. If you join or not, I really want to give these lessons to you because I find this stuff scary sometimes as well, but I also overcome that and I'm living literally my absolute dream life. I'm consistently traveling. Like I'm making videos here. What time is it now? I'll actually check. It's like 20:30. So I actually have about 30 more minutes. Then I have to leave towards the airport. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So I literally have to leave soon and that's it. And also the funny thing is I literally have to leave in 30 minutes towards the airport. Then I have a couple more meetings and I jump on a plane and I'm back in Bali. Like if that's not freedom, I don't know what is. Last part that I want to show you guys back on my screen. Of course, join the free community and also follow me on my socials. So I'm going to be completely honest with what social is about and why you should follow it. X1 or Cash Cow will be the most important thing you can follow. I literally shit post like 10 times a day, but also a lot of free value. Like if you want to try it yourself, this is literally your best way of succeeding is following and of course subscribing to the channel, but also following my own Twitter. And then the second page, this is our coaching page. So here we will post a bunch of results, also some free niche leaks so you can get started, so you don't have to do as much research. So these are really cool to follow. IG, Wonder Cash Cow, is really a business page. It has sort of like a different perspective on it, because Twitter we also use to test social media, because once we test something, we know it's working, and then we of course double down on it. We make Instagram videos about it and also YouTube videos about it. And that's also what we do a little bit on the Instagram page. Highly recommend following this one. IG, my personal one, is just Wanner. Here I post pictures, but mostly content in Dutch. So you can follow this if you want to. You'll probably just don't understand half of the content I post there. Email is just a shitload of value. Highly recommend subscribing there. It's very in-depth stories, very personalized stories on how people got success, why they got success, and the lessons you can take away from it. So this is kind of the social media that I wanted to recommend to you. So we're pretty much at the end of the video right now. There's like nothing after this. So what I want to say is thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate you. I hope I've been able to teach you all of the important things that you need to know and actually get success. Now, I understand you might still think like, hey, Warner, I don't know how to do job postings. I don't know where to find these people. Once again, all of that information is shared in the free school community. So you can go ahead and join it now with the link down below. And you'll be able to go much more in depth. There's hours and hours and hours of content in there that I'm happy to share with you. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. And I want to wish you a beautiful day. And hopefully I'll talk to you soon, a one-on-one.